Hi everyone and welcome to a new video by Analytics with Ahmed. If this is the first time that you ever see me, my name is Ahmed and I help non-technical users master web analytics. I post content on YouTube and LinkedIn on how you can master web analytics without being technical. So if you are a marketer, business owner, or even an analyst, make sure to follow me on YouTube and LinkedIn to get my weekly free content. For this week content, we're focusing on element visibility triggers, what they are and how can we configure them and why they are useful. So let's start by assuming a couple of things like making some use cases. So let's say that we have a specific section on our website, a specific banner that we'd like to know when user sees, right? So for example, this is my homepage, and when I scroll to the bottom of this homepage, I can see this banner. So maybe we'd like to know how many users have seen this banner, if it's promotional or if it's forcing users or directing users to visit a specific collection, or maybe it's a pop-up where it contains a specific offer. So we'd like to know how many times that pop-up have appeared for users, how many times users have seen this banner, and then maybe how many times users have clicked on the banner or pop-up. But for the click tracking, there is another video that I have posted. If you'd like to create this later on, make sure to check it out. It's in the description as well. But let's regroup on the main topic, which is element visibility. So let's go to Google Tag Manager and configure an element visibility trigger that triggers whenever someone, for example, sees this banner. So let's go to Google Tag Manager. Let's create a new tag, Google Analytics J4 event, and then let's add our measurement ID and let's name it banner underscore visible. Let's give it a name. Let's say JA4. Don't know why do I always say J and it's G actually, not J, but anyway, event and then banner visible. I'm also one-handed today, so I'm a little slow. But anyway, for the trigger, let's now click on this plus icon and then let's select element visibility. And when you do that, you'll have two options for the element visibility trigger. So you can either use the ID or the CSS selector. So let me show you how you can get that from the website. Let's go back to the website and then let's right click on the element that we'd like to inspect and then obviously hit inspect. This window might pop up from the right hand or left hand side of your screen, but it's the same thing. Within the elements panel, we'll have some elements. So as you can see, while I hover above these lines of code, you can see that the screen is highlights some stuff, but we're interested in the element for that banner only. So when we hover above the element, we would find a class and ID. So here I can see the class, but I honestly can't really see the ID. It should be here. Here we go. It's actually up, not down. So as you can see, this is like some sort of, you can think of this as like some sort of a tree. So we have the roots down here, and that's like the roots, sorry, the fruit itself, and that's the whole tree. So as you can see, that's like the fruit itself, that's the sorry, that's the root thing, like that's the base, and then you can see some branches from that tree until you get like to the fruit. So here we have the ID. So what you can do, and it's the easiest option, is taking that ID. You just need to make sure that this element ID is unique on this page or on the website. So we can do this by simply copying the value over here. So let me copy this and then press Control F or Command F and paste it. You can see that it highlights the element, and then this is the most important thing. So at the right hand side, we can see it's 1 out of 1. This is the only match that we get from here. So that's very crucial, because if we get more than one value, the trigger will fire for more than one time. So that's one thing. So this is how you can get the IDs. And again, it's the easiest thing, but at some cases you might find that you don't have actual ID for the element. So what you can do is getting the CSS selector. So you can get that by like, for example, we're still here at the same level, and then we have a class, and the value is Shopify dash section, then space this then space section. So we'll need to copy one value of these. So either Shopify dash section or section. We don't need to take, or we shouldn't take this anything after the space or before the space. So let me copy this, Control C, and then I'll paste it, but I'll add a dot and then I'll paste this. So once we did that, we can see that we have 6 results, which is not ideal actually. So if you press enter several times, you can see several elements with the same ID. So let's go back to our element and let's see if we have something else that we can use that's unique to the element itself. So let's, for example, go a little bit down and see what we have. So we have here this class, so we can take this as well. So let me copy it, and then here you'd want to hit space and then dot and then paste the new value. And now we can see that this is 1 out of 1. And when we hover above it, it highlights the element that we want to track. So this is your CSS selector. So I'll show you now how we can use this in Google Tag Manager. So let's copy this value that we have built, and let's copy, go to Google Tag Manager, and then here let's select CSS selector and then paste it, and this one should work. So let's use it actually, and then let's name this element visibility banner. EV stands for element visibility. Now we can also customize this trigger a little bit. So for example, we can fire it once per page or once per element. Maybe this element will appear multiple times on the screen, and for some reason we want it to fire 1 time per element. And you have also this option, and you can also control the percentage of the element visible. Do you want to fire this when 10% of the element is visible, or 20 or 50 or whatever you'd like? So you can actually control this from here. But for now, let's use these settings. Let's hit save and let's save our tag. Let's preview it. And cool, we're now on the website. Let's wait for it to fully load. And now let's go to Google Tag Manager. I will clear everything from here just to have a clear tab. And then let's scroll. Oh, this is the banner. We already seen it. For some reason, I'm getting this error. Let's reload. And I will not clear the log in this time. Let's scroll down. And then, yeah, here is the banner. Let's now go in here. So cool. We have now 2 element visibility events that have fired, and I'll let you know why. So this one is the one that we have built. And if you click on it, that's the same data that we have. That's the same tag that we have built, the one that is using the CSS selector. Before the recording of this video, I have created another trigger and to this tag. So as you can see, we have here element visibility, and it's for this tag. So let me show you how I built this as well. So that's the tag that I have built, and that's the one that is fired. So as you can see, I'm not really good with the naming conventions. So I name it test, and in this one, I use the ID instead of the CSS selector, and I actually copied the ID value that I showed in the beginning of the recording of the video. So yeah, so you can get the 2 methods in one. So yeah, just like I mentioned, you can use this in multiple things. If you have an email pop-up and you would like to know how many users are seeing the banner, and then you can create another event, a click-based event whenever, or a data layer based event whenever the user sign up, and then you can create some sort of like a calculated metric, maybe custom dimensions using another event, and then know the percentage of users who are actually converting or are actually signing up after seeing the banner. And you can also do lots of things with the element visibility. I'm trying like to think out loud with you guys on what kind of use cases that you can utilize when using element visibility triggers. But yeah, this is what I have. If you like this video, I would really appreciate it if you can subscribe to the channel, like and share the video, as this motivates me to create more videos. And yeah, this was Ahmed, and see you on the next time.